sports. It's in the game.
The hills are alive with the sound of engines. It's race day here at the Austrian Grand Prix. It's a short lap here in Spielberg with just 10 corners, 7 to the right and 3 to the left, making up a total distance of 2.6 miles. I expect to see a lot of the cars running wide today, especially through the last corner as the wet conditions make the car skittish through the downhill sections. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. It's Sergio Perez on pole today, and the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Verstappen, George Russell and Leclerc, Gasly, Magnussen, Bottas and Fernando Alonso, Joe, Mick Schumacher, Yuki Tsunoda and Ocon, Latifi, Norris, Sebastian Vettel and Alex Albon, Stroll and Daniel Ricciardo fills the last spot on the grid. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. It's not going to be plain sailing for our drivers today, although with the sky falling as it is, perhaps sailing isn't too far from the truth. Anthony Davidson, could be a wet one today. Great to have you with us. What are your thoughts?
It is a touch damp, isn't it? Well, as a driver, there are 3 big things to worry about when racing in these kind of conditions: standing water, tyre temperature and visibility. Judging distance to the cars around you is really tricky when you're driving through the vast amounts of spray that these wet weather Pirelli tyres kick up. firm 8th.
A fantastic team effort then to secure victory here in the Styrian Alps. Anthony, tell me, what was it that helped them achieve this success?
I'd say it was down once again to good, consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions and perfecting the team's strategies. They got all of these things right today and the results speak for themselves.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently. It's clear to see that they've put in the work and they should be proud of the victory they've secured here. Let's focus on driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
Well, it's got to be Kevin Magnussen. He displayed exceptional skill out on the track today and wasn't afraid to fight his way through the pack.
Well, what an end to another fantastic weekend of racing. Thanks to everyone who's joined us, and we'll see you for the next one.